Are you in the market for a new printer, but just not quite sure what the best model to go for is? What features you should be after, or how you can avoid the traditional nightmare of running out of ink? Well, in this video, I've got you covered here at Ebuyer with this OfficeJet Pro from HP. We'll be exploring HP's line of printers, including this particular model, looking at HP Instant Ink, which helps to solve the age-old nightmare of running out of ink, and also taking a look at HP Plus, an innovative platform that really levels up your printing experience and makes things that little bit more simple. Let's do this. For me, picking up a printer has always been a bit of a minefield of information. Aside from the obvious data on speeds and feeds of just how fast the printer can, of course, print out what you're looking for, making sure you pick one up that's easy to use, reliable, and very simple is quite difficult at times. With different options available, you just want one that works, that you can plug in, set up in a matter of minutes or even seconds, and get printing. In the modern age as well, being able to access your printer online, print things remotely, check all of your crucial vital information through the tap of a button is also super important, which is where this connected unit from HP comes in. Their OfficeJet line is designed to be perfect for those working at home who want something a little bit more reliable or a little bit more resilient than a smaller, more budget-oriented unit, and of course one that you can rely on to easily scan and print documents when you need them. With the office more than ever now being at home, it's important to equip yourself with the right tools for the job, and hopefully this is going to satisfy all of those needs. I'm going to talk about some of the detailed features of the printer and actually go ahead and set it up to see just how quick and simple it is. HP say it should take me under 5 minutes. We'll see how that one pans out. And as we do that, I'll talk you through all the cool selling points about this and see really if it's any good and is worth your cash. Now, if we unbox our printer, at the top here we've got our setup guide and manual, and then we've also down the bottom left got, I believe, all of our included ink. Let's be nice and careful taking that out. That's quite a cool touch. We've got some handles as well, so we can easily pull the whole printer unit out. And here we have it. Oh yes, I'm liking the blue. That matches my own personal colour scheme, but that looks amazing. Really quite funky. The whole thing is packaged really nicely as well. We're just going to take off some of this protective covering. We've also got a peel. Here we go. Oh yeah, mini peel, but still pretty satisfying. I've plugged it in. With it plugged in, it's now seemingly powering up for the very first time. We've got a nice little LCD touchscreen as well, which will enable us to control some of the key functions on the printer. If you shop through Ebuyer at the link in the description below, and oh, the printer's making noises. If you shop through Ebuyer at the links below, you can actually get 6 months of free ink as standard through HP Instant Ink on this printer. Great for the current climate, people watching the pennies a little bit, and all importantly, making sure that you know you're not going to incur loads of extra costs later because suddenly you've run out of all your ink a bit too quickly. HP have got you covered on that one through HP Instant Ink and HP Plus. Screen is asking us to set up the language, so we're obviously going to go for English. We're going to click confirm to make sure that's A-OK. Select your country, okay. Confirm that again. This is nice and easy. It's now asking us to install the cartridges, and it's got a handy tutorial video which you can watch and make sure you're getting things right first time. To do this, we're going to pull down this nice white front fascia piece and then pull up the lid of the printer, and the print head will move for us nice and easily into this center position just here. And then, I believe we can pop the white fascia piece up and place the lid down. Oh, it's beeping. It's making noises. This has got to be good. Genuine HP cartridges installed. They are indeed. Of course, I'm forgetting. To print stuff, we need paper. I'll be right back to load the printer up with some paper, and then we can go ahead and get it connected to the internet and actually do some printing. And then what the printer's going to do is run through the calibration process. It can do up to around 28 pages per minute, which is pretty quick. And of course, a major step up from some of the more entry-level options available on the market. And then for the next stage of the setup process, I'm just going to navigate over to the App Store and download the HP Smart App. Now the HP Smart App is what we're going to use to set the printer up and configure it and get it all working nice and easily. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow, of course, the app to detect devices on our network. We're going to set up a new printer, get started. Oh my goodness. You'll have seen I've just downloaded the app here. I've done nothing else and it's already coming up with a HP 8020 series. That's a little bit mad. So straight away, that's not taken long at all. It was there basically when I loaded the application up for the first time. Would you like us to put it on the Wi-Fi network we're on automatically? Yes, I definitely would. What that's going to do is put it on our local network. I'm then going to go through and add it to our wireless network and hit next. I'm doing this on an iPhone, but the process on Android will be very similar. Your phone basically is going to share the network credentials for your local Wi-Fi network with the printer, and then the printer is going to go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi network. The printer's now on the network, so that took literally less than 30 seconds. The printer is just getting set up with the app. They're synchronizing all their settings across each other, providing any sort of updates or anything else that we need, and in a matter of moments, hopefully, the printer should be set up. We started a couple of minutes ago, and I'm hoping it will be all working in just a few moments.
A few moments later.
And after a few minutes of setup and getting my Wi-Fi password wrong, we are in. So here it's got activate HP Plus. We're going to click continue on that one, and we're going to activate HP Plus to make sure we can get the most out of the feature set on our printer today. And of course, that includes 6 months of free ink as well, which is awesome to make sure you can plan properly ahead and make sure you never run out of ink on your printer. What it's also going to allow us to do is it's going to prompt us to print a test page from our device. Oh, wow, that was very, very quick. It seems to have started already. Printing in progress. And just like that, it's going to print our test page from our device, and it says, congratulations, you've successfully set up your printer. Thanks, HP. That's a nice little touch, isn't it? Inside of the HP Plus app, you've got loads of great features. You can, of course, get more ink. You can go through and look at all your shortcuts. You can print out photos from your phone or your computer. And, of course, you can also scan documents in remotely. So if I go ahead and pop the piece of paper that's literally just popped out the printer onto the scanner bed, I'm going to lay the scanner bed of the printer down flat. And then if you take a look here and hit printer scan, we can then adjust all of our scan settings, our capture settings. They look all okay to me. And then we can tap the photo button, much like you would with taking a photo, to scan in the document on the printer. Here we go. Oh, yes, it's working. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, wow. And as it scans the document on the printer, in real time, like real time, take a look at the app. It's showing me a preview of the scan. It's completing the scan. And in theory now, once it's finished, we'll of course get the full res copy right to my phone. How cool is that? Oh, yes. And we've got the full res scan. It's actually upside down, but we can go ahead and rotate that using the button on the bottom. There we go. And that is our completed super high resolution scan right from the printer, now on my phone, and I'm ready to share that in exactly however which way I decide. But the fun doesn't end there. I can then find a photo of this lovely brownie I had a couple of weeks ago. I can click the share button at the bottom. I can scroll down to the bottom of my share options, hit print with HP Smart, get all my cropping settings correct, choose my printer, which is of course our OfficeJet 8020, and hit print. Just like that. Now this is a bit of a crude example because typically you'd be printing out a document or a contract or something along those lines, but that will require a lot of blurring. So a photo of food today is going to suffice, I think. And now it's going ahead and printing our document. Oh, here we go. My food is coming out. Here we go. Now a motor in. And there is a photo of the brownie I ate just a couple of weeks ago. Doesn't that look calorific? The point is, though, that you can print documents from your phone, which is nice and easy, nice and simple. And the same goes, of course, for a desktop or a Mac using the HP app. With this thing on your network, you can feed documents to it, feed documents from it, and you're going to have no troubles whatsoever. A couple of other great HP Smart features to mention include a 3-year extended warranty on the printer. So if anything goes wrong, you can contact the manufacturer and make sure you're all covered and all sorted, helping to avoid any unexpected costs. And what's more, their Forest First program is an awesome initiative, whereby through purchases of HP Smart, they actually use some of the money for foresting and rewilding programs. Meaning I can print out photos of my food and feel not quite so guilty about it. To make sure we're all being sustainable with what we print, because of course, more paper does mean more trees. It's got to come from somewhere. But knowing you're doing it sustainably and in an eco-friendly way is super important. As I say, you can check out this printer at the first link in the description below over at Ebuyer. It's a great unit with great mobile connectivity, a cloud-based approach that feels aptly modern for 2022, and of course, a really cool blue aesthetic with 6 months of free included ink with HP Instant Ink if you buy from the link down below. Thanks for tuning in though, and as always, hopefully we'll see you again soon here at Ebuyer.